Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back on the channel. Hey, we got the most glazed characters of all time for. Who y'all be out here glazing, man? It's a lot of y'all, bro. A lot of bandwagon fans of things, you know? And y'all just be overly glazing things because y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So I need to get on it so I don't feel left out. Do you be feeling like that sometimes? People be over like hyping characters and shows
sometimes
based off of what they see other people doing.
Sometimes.
Or be dissing. Because dissing and saying they ain't good or this person. Just because they see other people and you actually check it out. You like, oh, it's actually good though.
Yeah, sometimes. That's why I really don't care what other people have to say. But yeah.
But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
I don't know what's going on with you.
My throat.
Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Coward. We have more characters to slander. No, you make me sick. And you can't do that voice very well. Okay, yeah, I know. Are you gonna make the video or what? Oh yeah, I could do that. So it's been a shockingly long time since the last time I made a video hating on characters who get way too much glaze. And like always, I miss some characters who are clearly culprits to the glazing crisis going on in our society today. And if someone gotta hate on fictional characters, I'm up to the task. Therefore, in today's video, we will be going over more of the most glazed characters of all time. The very first character we're talking about today is the Ghost of the Uchiha, more commonly known as Madara Uchiha. And honestly, I'm surprised this guy has escaped my sights for so long. If there's one way to describe Madara, it'd be the fact that he has a lot of aura. Even before we knew anything about Madara for real, his name alone was significant. Obito introduced himself as Madara because he knew it would strike fear into people who encountered him. Kurama was even a bit shocked when he thought back to Madara, and once we start getting into Madara's fights, he gets catapulted into an entirely different stratosphere. His first fight was him fighting an entire army of shinobi and winning. Then he proceeded to drop not one, but 2 meteors on their heads. There are about a dozen other fights I can mention, but by this point, we all know what he's about. He's one of the few members of the Uchiha clan that can actually back up a lot of the hype his fans give him. Well, at least most of the hype. We tend not to talk about how this guy when he was alive was a Hashirama victim. Granted, Hashirama didn't dog him, but let's just take a step back and look at the whole picture. Madara had the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan with all its abilities and the 9-tailed fox armored with the Susanoo on his side and still lost. Hashirama just has some wood. I don't know why it was so strong, but hey, it's a series about ninjas. Let's not think about it too much. The only way Madara was able to defeat Hashirama was when he took his cells. Kind of a crazy look if you ask me. And while we're on the topic, we might as well talk about how strong this guy was, which is one of the many reasons why people glaze Madara. He went from one of the strongest ninjas ever at the beginning of the war to comically overpowered at the end of it. This guy was getting A1 power-ups every 2 seconds. He got the Rinnegan, Hashirama cells, which are sold like hotcakes in the Naruto world for some reason, the 10 tails, and absorbed the God Tree. When talking about Shippuden, Madara fans will never fail to bring up how the plot is the only thing that stopped Madara. It's always the same stuff.
Oh man, he had to get jumped by everyone. Only Might Guy could 1v1 him. They just got lucky.
People will even go as far as to say Kishimoto said that he made Madara too strong for the story and brought in Kaguya to stop him, which is a straight up lie. Not a soul can find an interview of him saying something like this. The only time an author would say something like this is the hype of the next chapter of the story. Let's just talk about it like it is. He lost. He got caught from behind by Black Zetsu, just like against Hashirama. There was a theme with Madara's character with him not liking people standing behind him, and it came full circle. Also, why do people just pretend like Sasuke and Naruto weren't dogging Madara when they came back from Hagoromo? This always confused me because I felt like these two had Madara on the ropes for a lot of that fight. Madara was getting shaky when he realized how strong these two were and was running away like a track star. Even if Madara didn't get betrayed, why is it just a given that Madara would beat everyone? Naruto and Sasuke looked more than capable of doing so, especially considering the fact that they almost sealed him. They probably would have packed him up eventually if Madara stayed made to fight. Oh, my bad. This is the part where someone tells me Madara and his Limbo clones were just letting themselves get boxed up or straight up sealed by Naruto and Sasuke. A good portion of Madara glazers are simply blinded by nostalgia, delusion, or this guy's aura, and would love to pretend as if the series ended with Madara winning and not being betrayed. If you speak with one of them long enough, you will find that they theorized that the entire Boruto series was Naruto's dream and Madara's infinite Tsukuyomi the entire time, and this plot twist would actually be on the same level as those theoretical Gear 5 designs. Garbage. Anyways, let's move on to our next character, Eren Yeager. And might I say, it's been a pretty long time since I've addressed this guy and his actions. Eren has always been a relevant character considering he's the protagonist to one of the most popular anime ever. However, I feel like he gained a lot of his motion during the 4th season of Attack on Titan. The scene of him saying, "I'll keep moving forward until my enemies are destroyed," set the internet on fire. This felt like the genesis for Eren's explosion in popularity. I saw everyone talking about how cold Eren was, how he had the best mentality, and like clockwork, he gained a massive amount of glazers. Then he had other notable moments like when he told his dad to get up and take the founding Titan, easily one of the most absurd reveals in the series. At this point, in the eyes of an Eren fan, Eren could do no wrong. He could beat up his friends or kill innocent people and his fans would cheer for it. Any move he made and every body he gained was justified because he wanted freedom, which we'll get back to this idea in a second. It's really funny how the Jaegerist ideology was reflected in the real world through Eren fans. I don't know how, but Eren and the Jaegerists were convincing enough to fool a bunch of people into believing what they were doing was fine. To throw some bail, I do understand that initially the Jaegerists weren't that radical, but at a certain point they were bugging out. People will tell me that he just wanted freedom for him and his friends. Eren's idea of freedom was straight up genocide, and his fans said, good job. Ask an Eren fan if what Eren did was wrong, and they'll say that he was justified without hesitation. There was a reason why Eren was framed as the bad guy in the last arc.
You think he was justified?
I guess I didn't mess with like
killing
like
all the innocents.
Yeah.
You think he went on too much of a killing rampage?
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't gonna get many words out of it today, y'all.
Cause I don't know what's going on with my throat. But yeah. I think it was a little OD. Like after I was like, okay, what are we doing now? I think we done lost, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but hey, I don't know what, you know.
You were rocking with him to that 4th season, huh?
The 4th season was
up
a little...
I'm saying rocking with him up until like I don't know. Eren gave me bipolar. Like he cool woman and like
yeah, I didn't know. I was like, are we supposed to be, you know, good or are we not good? Like I don't know, but. Yeah, there was a lot going on.
By without hesitation, there was a reason why Eren was framed as the bad guy in the last arc. His plan was evil. It is nearly impossible to justify murking 80% of the population. If that happened in our world, that is 6.4 billion people gone. Mad people talking about how they stand with Eren when you would probably be a part of that 6.4 billion people getting stomped out. Eren Glaze is so out of control that even when the series has Eren himself tell you that his plan was stupid, people will still say that his plan was good. These Eren Glazers are also abnormally loyal. There was a time on TikTok where there existed a cult of Eren profile pictures causing wars in the comment section. That was their only role on the internet, and apparently these guys were running amok for like half a year at one point. I could also talk about how Eren fans think that this guy is some 24/7 nonchalant demon, when in reality he was someone who was scared to die and crying at the thought of his crush finding a different man. But I feel like at this point that's low-hanging fruit, so I'm not even gonna address it really. The next character we're talking about is LeBron James, and I know someone's face probably scrunched up and said, LeBron's not a character, why is he here? First off, the channel is called Olama-sama, okay? I'm making up the rules as I go. Secondly, LeBron was technically a character in Space Jam, so if you really think about it, I'm not breaking any patterns I've set in the past. As I hope we all know, LeBron James is arguably the best basketball player of all time and one of the greatest athletes the world has seen, and he's been dominant for what feels like a century now. Such a combination gives LeBron one of the largest armies of Glazers we've ever witnessed, and to be fair, it makes sense why he has so many. The man's been dominant for more than 2 decades by this point on one of the most popular sports in the world. LeBron came into the league before I was born and is still cooking people as I'm in college. There's definitely someone who had a coma for like half a decade and woke up and saw that LeBron is still playing. He even created his own teammate and started passing on Bron for all for his son. But that's all the grace I could give. LeBron fans have worshipped this man to a point where the meaning of glaze has been warped. I can't even explain how crazy some of these statements are in words. It's better if you just see it for yourself.
If he was a sea captain, and he was in control of the Titanic, it would have never hit the iceberg.
I want to say that around 2016 to 2019, the LeBron fan population experienced a boom and it started becoming widely accepted to glaze LeBron incessantly. People were making their whole brands based off glazing this man. Nowadays, we experience different phases.
I think the reason why like the LeBron like over fandom is because like most of the kids, I'm gonna say kids. No, I ain't gonna say kids. It's kids though, because they got kid mindset. Most of them, he has been the best player that they've ever seen as far as actively playing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people who like ain't like, you can respect LeBron. At the end of the day, I respect LeBron. I'm like, hey, he's good. He's like, I watched him in high school play ball, not in person, but I remember when he was in high school hooping and stuff. But I already had players I was a fan of even before he, you know what I'm saying? I watched the NBA before he even made it to the NBA, before he even had a name. So that's the reason why I'll be like, y'all do be on y'all knees a little too much for that, man. And some of y'all grown ass men need to get the hell up and wake the fuck up. It's a lot of y'all weird as hell, bro. How y'all be sucking these men. Like, these folks don't know y'all for real. They won't even let y'all 2 feet in their house because they know how y'all are, bro.
I feel you.
I can't get jiggy with it. What you think about LeBron?
I respect him as a player, but I'm not like no big fan of him. But I mean, I respect him as a player. I would never take away, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
He's great at what he does on the court.
Yeah, but to default, when I don't.
But I don't know him as a, you know, personally, you know, outside of that. So yeah.
Half of y'all like y'all, and then honestly, the debates and stuff. A lot of people don't like to see other people's point of view. They just like to get off theirs and be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not even like a true debate. It's more of a, even in the comment section, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, so I just tried to,
yeah.
Cases of LeBron praise. There was the "You Are My Sunshine" meme, and that was funny and harmless, you know, it didn't really hurt anybody. But then they started making whole songs based on LeBron worship. The worst part is, a lot of these songs were good. People were finding out they have musical talent and use it just to glaze LeBron.
His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
Even when LeBron is arguably hurting his team, we don't care. LeBron fans don't care. They will still sit there and argue with you just to get a chance to sing this man's praises. It's gotta be some implant that's put into their brains at a certain point, as people who don't even watch basketball will probably glaze LeBron. You, watching this video, have a friend who is a LeBron glazer, or you yourself are the LeBron glazer. I have genuine concerns for anyone under 30 once LeBron retires. People might actually start turning society upside down because they can't watch LeBron play basketball anymore. I'm not making this up, by the way. While making this video, my friend just texted me saying that they might cry when LeBron retires. It's ridiculous. And at a certain point, I don't even know if I can call it glaze anymore. LeBron is the GOAT after all. We have to start asking ourselves, is it glazing if it's true? They're just acknowledging greatness. My bad, I got a bit out of control. I promise y'all I'm not a LeBron fan, and I don't have 2 of his jerseys in my wardrobe closet. Anyhow, before I move on to a certain speedster, if you're enjoying the video so far and you're new, you might as well subscribe. With that being said, we can talk about the Monarch of Motion, the Flash. On a side note, Monarch of Motion has to be one of the best nicknames for a superhero. Goodness. For this video, I want to specifically talk about Wally West. After Barry Allen's death in the comics, Wally West took over the mantle of the Flash and became the character synonymous with the Flash for a long time. I'm talking from the 80s to the 2000s. Wally West was almost always the main Flash. For example, if you've seen the Justice League cartoon when you were younger, Wally West was that Flash. It really is a toss-up between Barry and Wally on who is the greatest Flash. Some may enjoy Barry's storylines more, while others prefer Wally's connection to his villains and friends. Even with more recent media using Barry Allen for the Flash persona, Wally has still been able to get some decent character representation in recent times. But we all know that there's a reason why Wally is in this video. He's not in the video because the average fan just be gobbling up his meat every 5 seconds. No, it is because there exists a vocal portion of his fans that love to talk about how powerful this guy is. Although they still exist today, back in like 2021 to 2022, this guy and all his fans were everywhere. Every 1v1 edit you can imagine had Wally West in it just being glazed to no end. People would pin this guy guy against any fictional character and he'd win with negative difficulty. If you didn't know it already, them edits let you know that Wally West was beating your favorite character. 2022 Wally West was the first time I saw a character getting like 8 free points and still getting beat. This guy even got his own theme song, and you know which one I'm talking about too. The worst part is that these fans don't even know any Wally West storylines. They barely even know his character. The only stories they know just happen to be the ones where all of Wally's fastest feats are in, so they can glaze him about it online. They know about the time when Wally ran to the end of time to outsmart death, and will tell you about how this makes Wally so fast. Do they know why this even happened? Heck no. They only need evidence to tell people that Wally is really fast. These guys will tell you about when Wally evacuated an entire city or when he outran instant teleportation. However, for some reason, they can't name any other moments about Wally West. I wonder why. They'll never talk about other iterations of Wally West like the one from Young Justice or the one who got his kneecaps busted by Robin. There's no talk about some of his moments in Justice League Unlimited when he's not doing some insane feat. It's only like the same 8 moments these Wally Glazers talk about to push their agenda. The worst part is that you can't really argue with these guys. Wally West has done some of the most absurd things in fiction. This guy's gotten godlike powers on multiple occasions. What am I supposed to say when someone says that Wally Soul is my favorite anime? The only thing I can do is sit there and take it. I will say one thing though. Although these Wally West Glazers can get out of control, they are not as bad as those fans who bring up obscure characters just so they can seem unique or say that their character beats insert character they don't like. The Flash is a recognizable character, so it's believable if someone said that they were a fan of Wally without any other agendas behind it. Overall, Wally West is a what the yo. No, please no. Please not me.
Boy, you gonna get some copyright. We gonna get past it. I don't know why y'all be playing with copyright. Couldn't be me. I'm gonna mute it every single time.
And finally, we move on to the final character of the video, Gogeta. There are 3 main versions of Gogeta that we all know and love. There's Super Gogeta, Blue Gogeta, and the Kabavic Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And I want to have some fun. We all like fun, right? So let's play a little game I made. Can you guys pick which Gogeta gets the most glaze for no reason? One of these things is not like the others. One of these things gets glazed beyond. Can you tell which thing is not like the others by the time I finish this song? It's the Monkey Man himself. And let's set one thing straight. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Up until Super, this guy was the strongest in all of Dragon Ball for me during childhood. Well, kind of the strongest thing. You get the point. But honestly, it's weird because it's not like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is super duper loved by the fans like other characters we've seen. Shoot, I remember when that Kaba versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta meme was going around, there were people slandering this man saying that he's just Vegito Blue with monkey fur, which is true, but it's nasty work. And it's also kind of a stupid comparison considering a majority of the fusions between Goku and Vegeta are kind of just the same character. You know what? That's just a topic for another video. Anyways, since he already gets slandered, why not put some more fuel to the fire? This Monkey Man really ain't doing anything in the anime besides looking cool. He was beating the brakes off of Omega and having a blast knowing dang well he had a time limit. And what a shocker, Gogeta defused and Omega started whooping Goku and Vegeta's behinds again. But you want to know the craziest thing about this guy is? It's the fact that his grand finishing move, the Big Bang Kamehameha, is trash. And I know that sometimes us Dragon Ball fans can have some Cloud Strife memory due to nostalgia. So let me show you what the grand Big Bang Kamehameha looks like in the anime.
One thing left undone. Big Bang Kamehameha!
Now, I think we can all objectively say this looks like, as the kids say, straight cheeks. Like this guy Omega stay overreacting. Nothing is even hitting you. He's acting like he's getting hit by a strong attack or something. Now, I'm sure you may be wondering things like the Big Bang Kamehameha in the games don't look like that, and that's precisely the source of the glaze. The truth that we all know about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is that he is a video game merchant. His anime counterpart ain't really have super flashy moves. As we've seen, the animations for his big moves were mid at best in the anime. It's the video games that really be meat munching Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Freaking Dragon Ball FighterZ got Gogeta doing all of these dope moves that he never did in the anime. The devs of every Dragon Ball game love this guy for some reason. I gotta see games make whole new animations from scratch just to make him a new character. As a Vegito fan, I am tired of you, Omatsu. If you know, you know. Devs will gladly let this guy steal and poach other characters' moves and smile gladly as the money rakes in. Soon this guy's gonna be stealing other Gogeta's moves like the Stardust Breaker and be an amalgamation of all the fusions. They were even stealing moves from other anime to make this guy's animations. These developers at Bandai have successfully gaslit a generation of kids into thinking the Big Bang Kamehameha was actually a cool looking move. It wasn't. Without the video games, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's aura takes a hit and you cannot convince me otherwise. And this doesn't really happen to the other fusions much. Super Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta are in the same position of not having many animations to work on, but you never see the same level of glaze for Super Gogeta. I already know that there are other characters that need to be covered and will be covered in an inevitable future installment of this series. Two characters I know will be in that next video are Future Gohan and that fraud known as the King of Pirates. I might also have to include Mr. Drums of Oppression in that list as well. And I did see a lot of people talking about Archie Sonic in the last video, and to be honest, I'm low-key an Archie Sonic glazer myself. The day I put Sonic or Sanji in one of these videos is the day I get kidnapped and held hostage. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and special thanks to those who made it this far into the video. With that being said, have a great day, and peace out.
You too, my boy. Good video as always, man. Hey, y'all spam us up, man. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra.
We are. We out.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back